Hi, this is Gary with MACMOST.com. Let's take a look at what's new in macOS Monterey 12.1. MACMOST is brought to you thanks to a great group of more than 1,000 supporters. Go to MACMOST.com/Patreon. There you can read more about the Patreon campaign, join us, and get exclusive content and course discounts. So yesterday macOS 12.1 arrived with some new features and some bug fixes. SharePlay is a feature already available on the iPhone and now it comes to Mac. It allows you to share your screen or media such as the music or TV app with someone that you're FaceTiming with so they can see exactly the same thing you're seeing. Let's take a quick look at it. I'll start a new FaceTime here. And then after starting the call, now we can share with that other person. To do that, you can click here and then click the Share button. Then you can go and share a window or the screen. So if I share the screen, I can click on the screen here and then the other person will be able to see it even if they're not on a Mac. If they're on an iPhone or iPad, that's fine. I could stop here. They could do the same. They could share their screen with me even if it's an iPhone screen. Now watch what happens when you're going to share a window. Say for instance you want to show somebody some of your photos. So you go into the Photos app here and then let's start the sharing here. I'm going to click there. I'm going to say Window. Share this window. Notice here the red, yellow, and green buttons change to this. The other person sees this window. So now maybe you can show them your photos for instance. And then you can click here and you could stop sharing, change the window, or go to share the entire screen. Also if you're in the TV app and you click to start watching something, if you have FaceTime going with somebody else, it will prompt you to start it for just you or to SharePlay with them. So they'll see the video at the same time you will. You can watch it together. The same thing in the Music app. When you go to play, it'll come up here and allow you to start for just you or to SharePlay. And this works with Apple Music. Now since we're here in the Photos app, let's take a look at Memories. Memories has a bit of a change here. So when you go to play a memory, it seems to be about the same. But you can see that there's this new interface here at the bottom. And I don't use Memories much, but I think it looks a little different here with splitting the different parts of the screen. You can click here to get an overview of everything. And here you could go to do things like edit the title or set the length of the memory. Back in the TV app there's a change that's really welcome because now the top, instead of dividing movies and TV shows, and it's kind of really confusing to where to go to watch something. You've got Watch Now, which is the stuff you're currently watching. You've got stuff that's Apple TV Plus, so if you subscribe to that. And then you have Library, which is your own things, and Store, which is both movies and TV shows. So it better matches what you see in the Music app, where everything you could buy is in the store. It was kind of weird before separating movies and TV shows into different things. Here you can not only buy movies, but you can also rent them, of course. And there's a change to the new tagging feature in Notes and Reminders. It works the same as before, except now you have extra functionality. If you right click, two-finger click on the trackpad, or control click, you now have the ability to rename or delete tags. So deleting them would get rid of them in all of the notes that they're in. Renaming them would change it in all the notes that they're in. And you have the same functionality in the Reminders app as well. So I can go in here and I could say rename this tag like that. So Hide My Email was new in the initial release of macOS Monterey. It's available only if you have iCloud Plus, so that's any paid iCloud subscription. And you can get to it in System Preferences. You go to Options for Hide My Email. You see your email addresses here. And that works just as before. What's new is that you can actually use it right here when composing a new message in the Mail app. So you fill out everything in the email and then you select here under From. You usually would see the list of all the email addresses for all of your accounts. But in addition now you'll see Hide My Email at the bottom. And we'll fill in an email account from Hide My Email. A small change comes to the Stocks app. You can now go into View and Show Currency to see the currency for each stock. In addition to that, you can go into a stock like this and one of the options now at the top is Year to Date. There's also a big bug fix here and that has to do with the screensavers. Anybody that uses screensavers knows that with the initial release of Monterey, the screensavers that use photos really didn't work. It was a pretty major bug. But now you can go and choose one of these photo screensavers and they'll work just like before. Another bug fix is for owners of the new MacBook Pros, and with the notch there at the top on the initial release of Monterey, sometimes the buttons here would go underneath where the notch was. but now that's fixed so they'll go around it. Now there are 3 other changes that are kind of hard to show. One is the compatibility with something called Apple Music Voice. So this is a half-price Apple Music plan. You just use Siri to request basically any song. So if you go with that plan you can now use it on your Mac with Monterey 12.1. Another feature is in the Messages app, and it only works if you actually have iCloud accounts that are set up for children. In those cases there's an option there that if images come across in their Messages account and it shows nudity, there'll be a warning. You can read all about it and see examples here at apple.com/child-safety. It's something that happens locally on the device. So the device itself is looking at the images, not any kind of cloud or server service. And you could turn it off if you want. There's also support for the iCloud Digital Legacy feature. You can find out more about that at digital-legacy.apple.com. And that's primarily something that you do here on this site. You can set this up so a descendant can take control of your iCloud account after you're gone. So there's a look at what's new in macOS Monterey 12.1. If you're still waiting for the update, go to System Preferences and then Software Update and you should see it appear there. One thing still missing from macOS Monterey is Universal Control. This is a feature that will allow you to use one keyboard and trackpad with multiple Macs. That feature was left out of the original Monterey release and pushed back until fall. Now it's been pushed back again until the spring. That's a feature mostly for people that have 2 Macs on their desk, say an iMac and a MacBook Pro. You wouldn't actually have to use 2 keyboards and 2 mice or trackpads to control both computers. So it's a relatively small audience for that, but it's still a highly anticipated feature yet to come. If you liked this video, click the thumbs up button below to let me know. I publish new tutorials each weekday. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.